No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
All right. Yes. We are muted. Long time no see you guys. I'm going to bring on here in just a second. This is Troy Patrick Crow from This, That, and the Other radio show, heard live Wednesdays, 2 to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at dirtyradio.fm on Channel 2 Dirty Radio Classics. First time having Mr. Eric Martin here and alumni guest PJ Farley from Fozzy and Trickster coming on. Now, what we are talking about moments from now. In fact, under 2 hours, we've got the guys at the Copa Room here in Las Vegas at Bootleggers. And you can find all the information at the Copa live sessions at Facebook. Tonight, they're doing a tribute to the music of San Francisco. And Eric Martin is a Bay Area boy. It features the music of tons and tons of great bands of music out of the Bay Area. And special guest Eric Martin tonight, along with his partner in crime, and that's PJ Farley. Also tonight, Stoney Curtis from Count 77. Of course, Deanie the Count Coker. Ron Mancuso, he is the Wizard of Oz over there, and I look forward to seeing him shortly. He puts us on once a month with AGE Entertainment, and Mike Varney, Jeff Totora from the Blue Man Group, Jason Walker, and again, we mentioned Alice Goldstein Entertainment. So let me just cut this cheese ball copyright-free music here. Let's bring the boys on, and we're going to add them to the stage. Hey, guys, you there?
Hey, how you doing, Troy? This is Eric
Hey,
Martin.
I'm well.
And I'd like to introduce my son, PJ Farley.
Thanks, Dad.
Jagoff.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. I actually have an intro for you. If you don't mind, Dylan would like to bring you on the show, if that's cool. Your son, yeah?
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Gentlemen, please welcome Eric Martin. I love you, Daddy.
Oh, it kills me.
Dude, come on.
Wait a minute. These are real tears.
Dude, I bet. Hey, welcome to the show, man. Thanks for coming on. And while this, I don't normally do these kind of Zoom things, but I'm a sucker for a pretty face. So I got two of them here, and great to see you guys. So thanks for coming on this. This is actually going to air on my live show tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here, broadcasting in Las Vegas. So I appreciate you coming on. I'm going to see you in the flesh shortly. You guys hit the stage at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So for all those in Las Vegas, head over to the Copa Room, which is on the backside of the Bootlegger. It's a beautiful room if you've never been there.
We have never been there. You know why? Because we didn't go to sound check. Bad boys. And ironically, the boys like Stoney Curtis and Jason Walker and Mike Varney and
Jeff Totora,
Christian, all the guys. Jeff Totora, fantastic drummer.
Yeah,
they're still sound checking right now. I believe it or not. I think doors are open any minute any minute now. And there's just finished their last bit of Jefferson Airplane.
Right on. So what is tonight about? Now it's the music from the Bay Area, but what have you been instructed to do? What does it mean to you to come and do something like this over at the Copa Room?
PJ and I were asked to play at is it Michael Goddard? Goddard. Art gallery, famous guy.
Sure.
Michael?
Yes.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
I'm Ron Burgundy. Anyway, super cool people. And I did an art gallery gala event. I get all dressed up and,
we didn't
get
put
dressed.
black on.
I actually wore a suit. This Jamoke wore.
He fell for it.
I fell for it.
He went to the wedding.
He fell out of bed like this. So basically, we played like 5 or 6 songs and played in front of all these millionaires, fans of Mr. Goddard. And then Alice Goldstein.
Let me ask you this. You said you played for some millionaires, these corporate gigs. Did they haggle over the fee, or did they were they nice? Because I got to tell you, I've done kind of these corporate gigs, man. That's a lot of negotiating.
It was generous.
It was
Beautiful.
Very
They took good
generous.
care.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it'd been I haven't been like that in a long time. You know, have to play like thousands of Mr. Big gigs to carry home a little wheelbarrow of cash. No,
we
that's
could
not
play
true.
date shacks all year, still wouldn't be as good as that one.
This young man just played in Guam. Oh God! Here, I was about ready to give your cash to. Anyway, so and we played together all the time. But anyway, we did the art gallery, and Alice Goldstein came to the show with Mike Varney, and they both kind of looked at each other and said, "Oh God, Eric Martin would be perfect," and his little friend Robin to play the Copa, the Bootleggers thing. And first, as soon as he said Copa, I went, "Oh my God." Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Rat Pack, Elvis Presley, all the parties were hanging out there. Anyway, I said, "Yes, please get me in this gig." And I thought it was kind of like my kind of gig. Did you kind of think that? It was like, we're going to honor you, and we kind of honor.
Almost like a roast.
A roast.
I pictured.
And it was like,
which would have been fun.
But they said something, San Francisco Bay Area artist Eric Martin. But I didn't really read the fine print where it said San Francisco themed music. I guess they do this all the time. I didn't know. Look, it was in the heat of the moment. Glug, 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 glug. And
heat of the bottle.
Oh my, yeah. I mean, and that was the last time I drank too, by the way. So I come to find out that it's all the great artists in Las Vegas. A lot of guys I played with before. Danny Coker, phenomenal singer, even better human.
100%. Yeah. Have you been to his club, Counts Vamped?
Oh, absolutely. We've played it. I don't know if Mr. Big played it yet, but I've done it a bunch of times with PJ.
Keep playing, keep practicing. You'll get there.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Far, kid.
Hey, are you getting me?
I am getting you. I got you.
So, and then, I found out there was like all these great artists, and it's a San Francisco Bay Area theme, and they're all singing songs, Montrose and Journey, Santana. No Huey Lewis and the News. That's
and no Bay City Rollers. Were they San Francisco?
No, you're a Jagoff. No, that's Scotland.
I was a kid.
That's a Chicago term. You're one of my new best friends here. Jagoff.
Jagoff. I got that from
Donnie V.
Donnie V, of course. Yeah.
Enough so they opened to Mr. Big like back in 1989.
Yeah.
And they were really good and really high. And and everything
more than on a new thing.
You Jagoff. I've just been carrying that for years. Any hooch, all these great artists, almost 27 songs. It's an all-nighter, like a 2-3 hour rock and roll show. PJ and I and Stoney Curtis, incredible guitar player, singer, Jason Walker, Jeff Totora. What is Christian's last name? Christian's probably listening to this right now.
Yeah, well, of course he is. He's got nothing better to do besides play a show tonight and watch our interview.
Hells to the yes. Anyway, but Christian,
I'm impressed that you don't even have a cheat sheet right now. So
no, we're off the cuff. We're off the cuff, me and my little friend. Usually he's sitting on my lap like a little ventriloquist dummy. I can't speak. I stutter, and he blows it out. Anyhow, but Christian, I think he was in Quiet Riot for a minute.
Yeah, he filled in for Alex. He was in
Hell Yeah.
Hell Yeah.
Yeah, I should know his name.
He's going to be bashing
Something
out
with a B.
Hold on.
Kristen Brady. Thank you very much for 10 points.
I got the floor. Adolf LaFleur. That was my hotel name. So Christian is going to be playing all the Paul Gilbert parts. I'm going to do like 5 songs, Mr. Big style.
Okay, right on. So are you doing all just exclusive Mr. Big? I mean, we shouldn't give it all away, but are you doing some covers of some of the bands from the Bay Area?
No, I'm from the Bay Area.
Yeah.
And nobody is on stage. Nobody else is. Mike Varney, yes, but he left. Traitor. Anyway, and no, I am from San Francisco Bay Area.
Yeah.
Born and raised, but that's been my town. I left my heart there.
Among other things.
And I just get such a kick out of myself. But
He really does.
I won't be doing any other songs, just like the Mr. Big songs.
Cool.
Price and Daddy, and obviously To Be With You, and a couple more songs.
Yeah, right on. Well,
I'll be doing some jamming too. I met the woman. I'm not really good with names. It sucks too because I'm right now.
Well, because right now it's Eric Martin on the screen, but it says PJ Farley. So you're terrible with names.
As it should.
I don't really.
As it should.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, here. You know what? I can.
God has a plan. God has a plan.
You know, PJ Farley. Let's get this out of the way right now. I wonder if some of your listeners, and I mean 3 maybe, are wondering, how did PJ Farley? What does a PJ stand for? You had Steve Brown, Pete Lincoln, Artemis Pyle. No, you had a bunch of people, but and Stephen Brown. But what does PJ stand for?
Pocahontas Johansson.
No, really?
Yeah,
he goes, no.
It's true. He's whatever.
Why you don't think I can pull off Pocahontas Johansson?
Well, I think your last name should be Party, so then it's PJ Party. Because we all like it. No,
that's my middle name.
Right on. Here,
it's Peter Jason, but I tell people Pocahontas Johansson just as a sociological experiment. See their reaction. Ask them to spell it.
Rad. Hey, so let's get into a little catch up with both you guys since I have you both here. It's a gift. First, we'll start with Eric. So, Mr. Big is on the final tour, right? The Big Finish.
Yep.
And you guys are commencing that the beginning of January this next year, and then you'll head over to Europe and the UK. I have a question for you. Is there any chance that after you finish with Europe and the UK that you'll go to Finland and play a series of show and call it the Big Finish?
You and I are the only ones that like that joke, because I even made a joke. I was turning to my friend there and I go, FINNISH. Oh, that's not right. The Big Finish. Yeah. We're the only ones to get that joke. Yeah,
should be the last show.
Yeah, should be. That'd be great. Yeah. It's a Big Finish tour. I've already done Asia, so Japan, Southeast Asia, everywhere out there. I'm unfortunately didn't go to Australia. Left a lot of bummed out people. But it's going to be Europe, America. It's going to be, I don't know what's first.
America. I think America's the first. I got January, Feb.
America, Europe, and then back to America, because I think that's the West Coast.
Okay.
And South America. And there might be some festivals coming out. Like, every time somebody asks me, oh, are you really going to be done in May? I'm like, I'm hope, because everybody says we are going to be done in May, and everybody has other projects. You don't think Winery Dogs, as soon as like May, whatever the last gig is going to be right. Ooh, Mike Portnoy is going to let's book a gig, And so I don't know, and I understand Mike Portnoy is going to get back in Dream Theater. So maybe there'll be more Mr. Big shows now.
Is there anything symbolic about 2024 pulling the plug this year, or next year, I should say, on Mr. Big? Is there any reason, or is it just that you felt that it's time?
Well, I really didn't want to end it. If we were going to be done with it, I would just keep the door open forever. I mean, look at Trickster.
We'll get into a little bit of that before I send you over to the Copa Room, of course.
I didn't want to ever end something. I hate the end of anything.
Sure.
But, Pat Torpey's not there anymore. And that's kind of taking the wind out of the sails. He was the anchor of the band. And Nick, there he is. Oh,
that was quick.
Good job. Nick DiVirgilio is a great replacement. I mean, he's phenomenal drummer. He sings just like Pat. Oh my God, there he is too. I mean, you're right on it.
On the right-hand side there.
My grandmother's name is Sarah Quinn.
Wait.
A grave site.
Edit that in.
Anyway, Nick's great. And, but, everybody has so many other projects. I don't. I really like the Mr. Big project. I mean, I love playing in a band with PJ and Steve and Joey Casada. That's kind of fun. How long was I out? Where
Not long enough.
Oh, okay. Anyhow, I do like playing with these guys, and we'll probably do a lot more shows later on down the line. But I have a couple of irons in the fire. But yeah, it's over. It's to me, it's kind of a bummer.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's time. It's been 35 fucking years, man.
Yeah, no, I hear you. But, it certainly gives you a lot more levity as a singer, as the voice of a band, where you can go and do these solo gigs, acoustic gigs.
I do it anyway, Troy. I do it anyway.
Yeah.
In between Mr. Big, I'm in Europe or South America playing acoustic shows. I do it all the time. I'm constantly working.
Yeah.
Look, my kids are gone. They're at college. My wives are gone. They flew the coop. There's nobody at home, really. There's nobody left. So, this is the time to do it, to get out on the road and stay out on the road. I mean, if I keep busy, I won't think about how fucking sad I am.
Sad clown.
Well, let me ask you this. I feel like you guys have a new bit of life having Nick in the band now. You guys had Matt Starr for about 4 years or whatever, and you guys made a change to do this final tour, and a lot of that was noted towards needing that vocal part that was missing, that really high end that you and Pat really were synonymous for. And
it was my rock, because sorry, I'm cutting you off. Are you about ready to compliment me?
all night long.
I'm kidding. But he was my rock. When I could drop out of Alive and Kickin' or Green Tinted 60s Mind, because we'd sing the same parts together. And like in To Be With You, when I scat, he's like, I'm the one who wants. He was the rock. So that's what Nick has. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, so he's kind of filling that void that you guys needed to fill the past few years. I saw some comments about, and this is, obviously makes a lot of sense, that you would, turn around and Pat's not there. And you miss that.
I do. Still do.
So, but when you look back there now, and now you've got sort of that vocal partner back, it filling a little bit of that void. Does it feel better for you up there?
Oh, it feels great. No offense to Matt. I thought Matt Starr was great. He was fine, but it was so. I just want to lay this out there. There's Matt. Looking all.
He's selling that drum head, by the way, just so in case you're
really good. I'm looking at the mustache. Anyway, the thing about Matt is that he came, like, Pat just couldn't do it anymore. He had this little cocktail kit on the side, and we would play drums with us once in a while, right? But Matt did it. It was just too soon for me. I wasn't ready to give up Pat Torpey. And when Matt did it, Matt has his own style. He's more like a John Bonham.
Sure.
He's not a Pat Torpey. And I was looking for somebody to play exactly like Pat, because I could. I wanted it, and I was really bummed that Pat couldn't do it anymore. And then and Matt did it, and he did a fine job for us. I mean, we sounded like a different Mr. Big. It wasn't like, Pat Torpey has this like finesse-y kind of things, and he's like Steve Gadd meets Vinnie Colaiuto meets maybe like a John Bonham, but Matt has got that the heavy rock hit. Yeah. But there's a lot of finesse in the Mr. Big style, the Colorado Bulldog and all that. And Matt did a great job. He really did. But then, after Matt, we didn't do anything. COVID thing, Pat passed away first, actually. And then nothing happened. And then when we were going to get another drummer, we wanted to do a different style, not a different style, but we wanted to find somebody new that could play exactly like Pat. And that's what we found in Nick. He's got the same chops, the same tone, and the incredible voice. Matt can sing too. I mean, he's great, but I'm just letting the folks know out there, there's no bad blood between Matt Starr and Mr. Big or me or anything like that. He's killer. He's even played with young Skywalker over here,
How long ago?
Yeah. Anyhow,
Well, you know, having this new blood in the band and kind of filling those voids, you know, that style and that vocal. And you know, I read, you know, a quote from an interview that you weren't super blown away by the Defying Gravity, which came out in 2017. You liked a couple of the songs.
hated it.
Really? So with this,
I learned to love it, Troy.
yeah, okay.
I did when I was
It was
on.
a grower, not a shower.
Yeah. Well played, sir. Yeah, I didn't like it because we went into the studio and there was no pre-production. Paul goes, I got a song. It's called 1992. I'm like, if I got about the girl, I'm putting on waiting on a line of greens and blues. What? What is this? And then I sang it and I went, okay, that's good. And then I wasn't there for when they put all these harmonies on it. And then later on, living with it. And it wasn't just that one song, but there was others. And I brought in 4 or 5 songs. Paul brought in 4 or 5 songs. Pat brought in one. Billy brought in one. And it was basically, here's my song. Do it. You know, there was no like, let's hash it out. I don't care for these lyrics. Or the Billy Sheehan's famous line with me would probably make, you know, what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. I bring in a sign. I go, okay, I got the song. Da, 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 da. And he goes, doesn't kill me. I don't like it. Right. And then I would be so pissed off, like Going Where the Wind Blows. There's a song, Mr. Big Man. And I had this, it was like, going where the wind blows, real kind of soft rocker, but, you know, mid tempo. And he goes, it doesn't kill me. I don't really like it. And Kevin Elson goes, our producer, he goes, why don't you turn it into a ballad? And I go, I spit on your grab ballad. What are you talking about? And I went back to the drawing board, made it a ballad, and it was one of our hit singles. So,
is it because the writing process was different? And so the way you guys crafted the albums was much different than in the past. So you didn't feel that camaraderie and that bond of 4 guys crafting.
Yeah, we didn't have it. I mean, we had a camaraderie because we have so much history. We know each other in out. We've been on tour together. We've been together for 30 plus years, you know. On that time, Defying Gravity, I was about 30 years into it. But I like the pre-production. I like hashing it out. I like, you know, somebody's going to make me cry. With like, I worked hard on that song. Go back to the drawing board. Okay. I like that shit. And I like working on it because sometimes it's like, oh God, are we just polishing a turd here? I don't really get it. And then we work on it, and it becomes, we love it. And then, you know, you have to go through the gauntlet of producer and then your management, all that stuff. But nowadays with Mr. Big,
it's with everybody though. Scheduling and finances don't permit for that kind of nurturing of
it's a new world, you know. A band that kind of feels the same as a Mr. Big to me, just with respect to where you guys, you know, the genre that you guys came out of. You know, I don't feel that Mr. Big, and I'm going to add to the mix Extreme, are like the Motleys and the Warrants and the, you know, Dangerous Toys of, you know, even though it was in that era and you guys got kind of lumped in with that, Extreme has had quite a bit of success on their most recent album, 6. And now that you've kind of got that drummer situation back, is there any inspiration to take another swing at the plate to put just a butt end on the last thing? Yeah, go ahead. In the back.
Yeah, we're doing it now. We're working on it now. Paul Gilbert and I've been going back and forth to Portland, Oregon, where Paul lives. And we've been writing and recording everything. And so far, I want to say 10, 13 songs so far. And Billy's got one that he just brought in. And Nick, we said, hey, Nick, if you got any tunes, man, throw it our way. And he's got 4 songs that are pretty good. So, yeah, hell's to the yeah. I like Defying Gravity now. At the time of making it, I was like, I felt really rushed, and I was not addicted to it.
Boom. You'll show yourself out.
That's it, Mike.
Hey, let's spend some time with my young little friend.
I've got
PJ
some,
Farley. I
I've
mean,
got some
Trickster,
questions for him. But before,
Fozzy. Oh,
hang on one second though. Before you go, Sir Eric Martin, you're talking about when you're done and you close the book on Mr. Big, and maybe that's in a couple years if you guys put out another album, finish up the touring. Are there any artists? Because I've read that you could have had an audition for Toto and Van Halen, and neither of those came to fruition. Whether those are true or not, I don't know. You can clarify. But
no.
is there an artist that you want to collaborate that you haven't already, or would there be a legacy band you can see yourself kind of sliding into, and maybe just sing the end of your days singing some other songs?
That is a great question. I've been wanting over the years. I wanted to sing with Sheryl Crow. I wanted to sing with John Mayer. Actually, I really like John Mayer's guitar playing and his singing too. But I work with a lot of people, and I'd love to. Somebody recent, like I always wanted to work with like Joss Stone. Is that it? Is that her name? Yeah, sing a duet with her. That would be killer. I'd love to do a duet with a female artist and just bash it out and come on. It'd be great to have a hit again. A hit. Every time I say that, I go, man, I think this is a hit. Because I'm old school, right?
Yeah.
And this song's a hit. I got my management going, nobody cares about hits anymore.
What's a hit?
E, come on, E. Bullshit. I still believe, and I'd like to have like some kind of song on the radio again. That'd be great. With a female artist. As far as a heritage band, God, I don't know. I mean, John Corabi got lucky doing that Dead Daisy thing. Journey, no. No, I don't have that kind of voice. I don't know. Trickster, I tried, didn't work. I don't want it.
We pull them off the mic when we get to our
Yeah,
songs.
I don't want it.
We got this kid. We got this kid.
Yeah, when I play gigs with these guys, I do my Mr. Big songs and a couple of my own songs and a couple of PJ songs, and we do the Trickster songs. I'm playing tambourine like Laurie Partridge, man, in the back, and Steve is like, yeah! He's the Glenn Hughes of Trickster. Yeah! All the time, just singing away, and I'm just like, get happy.
Sha-na-na-na-na.
Sha-na-na-na-na.
Pretty much.
Sha-na-na-na-na.
Would it kill you to learn a chorus?
God, I'm so sorry. I know Tattoos and Misery, but I don't really like the song lyrically. So I got a mental block.
I think you guys should take this comedy troupe on the road, to be honest. This is great.
We do all the time.
I bet.
We do a little comedy. I talk for about 2 hours. We play 3 songs.
Good song.
Good songs.
Great songs by both of you guys. So alumni guest here, PJ Farley, to Eric's left, your right. PJ, so, welcome back to the show, and thanks for dragging your friend on this, that, and the other radio show.
I lasted him in. I got him.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You guys have the Copa sessions tonight. That's why you're here. And this is in Las Vegas. Yeah, we're going to wrap this up in a little bit. We got to get you over to.
Don't worry. I want you to talk all about Trickster. That'll be about 5 minutes. But Fozzy, holy shit, they got a hit.
Yeah.
They got a hit. Spotlight.
Let me see if I can mute half of a microphone over there.
Here,
There's got to be some function.
So, what is the latest
What are you doing?
in Fozzy land? Outside of constant touring and putting out brand new material, getting charted. Didn't you guys get like a gold single?
Right.
Was that for Judas? Was that one?
Judas went gold. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of hits, Eric's talking about a hit, and here's Fozzy who's got one, and now you guys have Spotlight out. And how's that roller coaster been? Speaking of the video.
Literally and figuratively great. Yeah. We did a video on a roller coaster for the first single. Well, not the first single. I think it was the second single off of Boombox. We did a video for the song Sane. Ooh. On a roller coaster, on the longest wooden roller coaster in America. And it was my first time ever riding a roller coaster.
Oh my God. The first,
first time. In fact, that was by design because I wanted no part of roller coasters my entire life.
Yeah.
And then I had to do it. And not only did I have to do it, but I had to do it which was supposed to be 9 times in a row, and also try to look cool in a video. So we wound up doing it 6 times, and
That's
it
funny.
was, yeah. So I'm like, all right, and look, yeah, I was the only one who didn't get sick. First time on a roller coaster, and everyone else got sick with me.
I love watching the video too because like I had to. I rolled it a couple dozen times, but there he is with his white glasses.
You'd have to see me.
Looking like video killed the radio.
So I realized
star.
I was going to be in the back car. So I'm like, well, if I'm getting on a goddamn roller coaster, I'm going to get some white sunglasses, and you're going to see me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and the cool part is it's documented to the end of time. So right on. So where you guys at right now? You guys in the midst of a break, or what's the tour schedule looking like for Fozzy?
Yeah, well, Fozzy literally we just did a 3-week run that ended about a week and a half ago. And it's all kind of a blur for me. I did 3 weeks, then went right to Guam with Trickster, and then came right from Guam to Vegas here to do this show with Eric. So it's and then Fozzy is we are off for the rest of the year. We do the Jericho cruise in January, then we go to the UK in February, and we have this another tour coming up after that. So we're always out and about.
Right on. Right. Is it a co-bill with anybody of interest?
No, it's a headlining run.
Gotcha. Right on. Eric, just real quick back to you. Is there support for Mr. Big in the States? Something that can be announced?
Yeah, a couple gigs have been announced. The Smithereens are going to open.
Really?
I know, weird, right?
That's
I know.
very interesting.
You're thinking heavy rock, right? There's going to be in Europe. Mark Daly, he's from Ireland, and he's a great. I saw him opening to Jeff Tate's Operation Mindcrime, and he blew my mind. I mean, I'm not that kind of guy that just walks away from the bar. Let's just call
we
that.
all know that.
All right, but I went to the merch table, T-shirt, CD, love that guy. I know, I love him, and I got him this gig.
Wow.
But the Smithereens, we just wanted it. Paul Gilbert. I think of Paul and our manager, and they go, Matt, Smithereens came across the table, and I'm like, yeah, Smithereens are cool. And I forgot, no offense or anything, but I forgot that Pat Denizio passed away. The music's still alive.
Sure.
And but Marshall Crenshaw is the lead singer. And I said that to you yesterday, and you go, "Wow, that's weird." But holy shit, it's great.
They had somebody else doing it before. I want to say it was the singer for the Gin Blossoms.
Could have been, but
maybe or something.
But
like that.
It's so good. It's still rock and roll, but
great
has
music.
This kind of
another Jersey band.
Great melodic stuff. Yeah, Jersey band. So
can't get away from us.
So that's I think we're playing that's what I call it. When we play together, this would we usually say, like, Eric Martin from Mr. Big featuring Trickster, members of Trickster.
Yeah, yeah.
I really like Eric Martin and those lovable knuckleheads from New Jersey. I love that. That's a great. Anyway.
Awesome on a shirt. Let's get back to so what's happening in Trickster news. So Trickster's in Guam, but what does that consist of? Is that just you and Steve Brown?
It's me and Steve, and we have a drummer percussionist by the name of Ben Hands that we found while playing. He started playing with Eric and I a couple of years back.
What was that?
And kind of Kip Winger kind of came up and delivered him to us. He plays with Kip Winger for the last 12, 15
yeah. I've
seen
him with same guy.
So Kip kind of hand delivered him to us, and then when Eric went off to do Europe and a whole bunch of stuff, and kind of left me in the lurch, I called Steve, and we kind of put this Trickster thing back together, and to do basically what me and Eric are doing, but instead we're doing.
It's
Trickster
exactly
songs.
like it, Troy.
It is.
It's a complete ripoff. I swear to God. Even the look, it's like Eric Martin's big acoustic, and it has almost the same font and stuff like that.
Big acoustic.
And it says Trickster's big acoustic. I use Ben as well with PJ. It's exactly the same thing, but they got that jag off to be the other guy. What's his name? Ben? Steve Brown.
So yeah, we'll do that. So it's the three of us out there.
Look at how
doing
cute
it.
they were.
Look at those boys.
So any chance of these four guys getting together now? You guys have been recently in the news, and I got to ask, Mark Gus Scott, again got called out and then responded to Steve because of some, just comments about his playing, and it would be the three of us, and Mark would not be on. And he actually sent me this photo. He knew you guys were coming on, and he said, "Hey, make sure you use this photo when you talk about me." So I said, "Yeah, we got this one here." There's Mark Scott in his pool, swimming, and looking swimmingly. What's going on? Is there any chance that the four of you guys can get in, as your singer said, Pete, get into a room, talk about whatever, and hug it out, and maybe you guys do a show?
Yeah,
For you guys.
at this point, it's not even about that. I mean, what really isn't talked about in the story is that Pete is working a full-time job at home, and the last year or two that we were doing shows, it was getting harder and harder for him to commit to gigs and to do gigs. So he just had, as I say, life gets in the way and priorities change, which is totally understandable. So it was getting harder and harder for us to do shows based on that schedule. So, and then shit happened, and it just kind of, we put it away. It was forced back into the time to close that blue garage door again. And the bottom line is, Pete's just not in a position to where he's ready to do this on any sort of regular basis at all. I saw him. We had, it's been noted that we had lunch about 2 months ago or so, and it was great. It was awesome. We've been talking for a couple of years now, and but he took a long time off of singing. He's just getting back into it now, which is great, and that's a good sign. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but it essentially came down to, the reason we didn't work all that much was, everyone had schedules, and it's very difficult to book a band when you have four very busy guys. For one, booking agents don't like to deal with busy guys. It's like, if you're a band that's all in one band, great. But to be honest, Trickster wasn't getting enough offers throughout a year to just pay all of our bills. We all had to do other things.
Sure.
It wasn't a matter of prioritizing. It was the fact that, hey, I can't just be in Trickster. I'm a full-time musician. That's all I do. And that's not going to cut it for me. I will gladly play 1 million Trickster gigs if they're offered. They just weren't being offered. And even if they were, we couldn't do it because, schedules. And that's fine. That was just kind of the dynamic of the band.
Yeah.
So,
but what about like in the day and age of these Monsters of Rocks, the Monster on the Mountain, these one-offs, M3, and just putting something together just to go hit one of those?
Yeah. I mean, I actually tried. Like 2 years ago, I think we got asked to do a couple of them. And I'd reach out to Pete, go, hey, man, if you want to do one show, think we could do it. And again, I don't think he was in a spot where he was singing at that point. So I just kind of backed off at that point. I was like, I kind of threw it at him every once in a while. Hey, you want to do M3 this year? Or, and I just don't think he was there. So I got the hint and just laid off as of recently. But, he said he's starting to sing again. And who knows, man? I'm the kind of guy where I don't say never to anything. It's just, I know that right now, me and Steve are doing it. We're out there busy, keeping the dream alive, essentially, and taking it day by day. That's all.
Right on. Well, I'm going to let you guys get over to the Copa Room tonight.
God, I was so ready to speak.
Yeah. Oh, you got more? Oh, do you want to get? I mean, weigh in. The last 2 minutes.
I just want to say that I was a full-on advocate of getting Trickster back together for years. That's how, like, when
he was, I can vouch.
We played in Minnesota at Rock Timber a long time ago, and I opened to Trickster, the full Trickster, Gus, Pete Lauren, and I were like, and we haven't hung out in a long time, but we started out as really great friends before the Trickster guys, before I even met you guys. So I love the band. I love the music of the great bunch of guys, incredible live, so much fun. There was a lot of times I would go, God, I wish we were like my band. I wish we were more like Trickster a little bit, like a little bit more, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like
Knuckleheads.
Knuckleheads, like banging into each other and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I really liked the camaraderie that they had. I liked the energy a lot, and so I opened at Rock Timber and they played it. I think that could have been like one of the last couple of gigs, maybe of the.
Yeah, I think that was probably it was like the last
and they
year,
were
I think.
killer, even though like it was an opening thing. People are kind of coming in and everything, but they were really killer. And I was always pushed for it. That's how we even kind of became friends again, me pushing for Trickster to get back together. And my only thing is that I really think there could be a possibility of Trickster getting back together if people would stop fucking beating each other up on these podcasts or magazines. I'm sick of it.
Yeah,
it's over. No one's
shut up.
No one's talking shit anymore. It's over.
Steve,
I declare.
Shut up. Don't say anything anymore. Be a little kinder to each other. I mean, look, I didn't think Mr. Big would get back together. 2009, we got back together, man.
Didn't we cover you already?
Yes. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I'm going to go back to reading the Christian Science.
No, he's right though.
Well,
no more
I hope you guys can get it together, even if it's for a couple of these fun one-off gigs. I know fans would love to see it. You guys have been absent as a unit for a long time, and absent makes the heart grow fonder. So maybe we'll see.
It never works, Troy. No. Of course, it's going to work with this rock and roll band. One day, I know Steve's probably going, God damn it, I'm going to have to get on some magazine and start talking shit.
Well, here, I'm just going to subliminally, just keep doing this.
You're getting sleepy. You're getting sleepy.
First of all, I don't know. Look. I'm so glad that even Van Halen got back together again to make a couple more records with David Lee Roth, and they patched it up, whatever. If they didn't patch it up, whatever, but they did get back together, right? And we're waiting for it. I just figure that if you guys don't hurry the shit up, people are just gonna forget, and that's not cool, man. Especially for a guy like me, I'll be the only one in the audience. Woo, popcorn at the stage,
tambourine.
Anyhow, that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
I appreciate you guys coming on. I'm going to recap all that we did, but I want to make sure that you guys get to your gig in time. I'd hate to be the reason why you didn't. So just going to flash here, Mr. Eric Martin of Mr. Big at the Copa Room tonight. It's already happening right now, kids, and they'll be there at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The Copa Room just on the backside of the Bootlegger. And, of course, we've got your mug here too, PJ. And these guys will be up there doing some songs from San Francisco Bay Area. Mr. Big site, of course. The tour is there. You can find everything there. The Big Finish, USA 24. But, hey, always time for an encore, maybe a new album. I don't know. We talked about it on this breaking news. So I want to appreciate both you guys coming on. PJ, thanks for arranging this. And I'll see you guys in about, I don't know, about 35 minutes.
All right. Hey, see you on the ice.
Good job there, Blades of Glory.
You guys are pro. Hey, PJ, how do we find you? Your website?
That's a good question. I'm on Instagram and TikTok, I guess too. Instagram is just at PJ Farley.
You doing challenges and stuff?
I don't really TikTok that much. I got to get on that. I got to get on that shit, man.
I think you're a little too old if you ask me to do a little TikTok action. I am Eric Martin. That's me on Instagram. I am Eric Martin, or Eric Martin Official on Facebook. Okay. I don't know if you were going to ask me. I thought
if there was time, he'd get around to you, but we do have to go. So
you guys got to get out. So, hey, thanks again so much for coming on, PJ. Thanks for arranging this, and I'll see you guys within the hour.
All right, good job, man.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Bye.
Cheers, man. All right, there they go. We'll recap this on this, that, and the other radio show. I'm kicking them off the stage right now. And so let's recap real quick. Tonight, right now, essentially at the Copa Room. Let me get rid of this. Get rid of that there. Get rid of that there. Put this back. I haven't done one of these StreamYards in a long time. If you missed any of this interview, which we did live here on YouTube here for this, that, and the other radio show at dirtyradio.fm. You can find any and all about my weekly live radio show at drummertroy.com. And we covered a lot of ground. Mr. Big already writing songs for a new album, and I haven't seen that anywhere. So we're breaking news. After we break bread, we break news. And so it looks like the Big Finish tour could go well into 2024. And there is close to a half a dozen or more songs already written for the next Mr. Big album. Copa Room tonight, Eric Martin in Las Vegas. I am headed out there now. I am Eric Martin on Instagram, also MrBigSite.com, and PJ Farley. Let me just look here. We'll just do PJ Farley. So you can find him. Also, I'll put it on all of the show notes. PJ Farley, FARLEY.net. And I guess that's it for this, that, and the other radio show. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I hope we did okay. I don't have a lot of bells and whistles, but I do what I can with what I have. This show will be live tomorrow, Wednesday, 15th of November, as we close out the month of November, heading into the holidays at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at drummertroy.com. The radio station is dirtyradio.fm, and you just type that into your browser, and we are channel 2, Dirty Radio Classics. And I'm out of here. I'm going to head over to the Copa Room in Las Vegas, right next to the Bootlegger, and go check them out. The Songs of San Francisco tonight. Take care, y'all. Appreciate it.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.